Again, thank you guys for joining here. Welcome you all to yet another Palo Alto Research Lab call. So as you know, we continue our quest to connect brilliant engineers, brilliant minds into a thoughtful, solid community that's going to change the world soon. And of course, hosting today's meeting, as always, myself, Ivan, and Malika is helping me out here as well. So for those joining us here for the first time, we hold such calls every week. So to stay tuned, you can fill out the form to receive the latest information about upcoming events, collective calls, and also subscribe to our channel here. Malika, will you share the links in the chat, of course? So yeah, by the way, as you might have seen from our channel, from the post that we posted recently, we have a special project today. And as you know, the main goal of our community of Palo Alto Research Lab is to bridge the gap between Web 2 world and Web 3. So move towards real world assets, of course. So this is super essential to our alliance, our community. And here we have a special project today that we're super excited to present to you for the first time. We have a project called PawPro and the founder, Katrina. We're super excited about it, and we welcome you, Katrina.
Thank you very much for having me. I'm very excited to be here today.
Okay, so the main goal, I think, today would be to look through the lenses of Web3 into this project. And for those joining here, for the experts here, we seek for your advisory, seek for your help, how we can move Katrina's project towards Web3, what innovations we can incorporate in here. So yeah, this is your chance to speak from your mind, to give some advice, to like make this advisory job, and yeah, hear your thoughts about it after all. So yeah, you can leave all your questions in the chat or raise your hand during the presentation. It all will be answered. And yeah, first Katrina will present the pitch deck, and after that, we will read the questions. So if that's understood, I think we can start the call, right?
Fantastic. So I'm very excited to present my project. If you give me an opportunity to maybe shift the screen to my presentation, is a company that I founded about 4 years ago with an idea to optimize health of urban and not necessarily urban dogs. So far we have developed a line of health optimization products for pets, and what's unique about our line, it's not only vitamins and supplements, it's bacteria based. And during the last 4 years of research, we were able to file a patent for 2 very unique ingredients. First of all, that's bacteria, and second of all, that's silica. And just to define the scope of innovation of this particular product, I would like to address a little bit those 2 elements. So our USP is, first of all, the bacteria was nominated by General Association for General Applied Microbiology Bacteria of the Year for Research and Science of 2023, which we are very happy and proud of. And secondly, our liquid patented silica is quite groundbreaking also innovation in pets world, because on one side, bacteria allows formation of microbiome as a positive bacteria, and on the other side, silica allows regeneration of soft tissue. By soft tissue, I mean everything that is skin related, joints, muscles, lining of internal organs. So that's why with those 2 elements, we have quite groundbreaking position in the pet supplement world. But let's go back to my personal story, just to step back 4 years ago when I got this idea. So this idea developed from my personal story as my dog, who was 12 years old at the time, Wally, as you can see in the picture. He got quite severe sickness, completely out of nowhere. He was completely healthy. And in 3 days, he had pancreatitis inflammation. And I was taking him from one vet to another, hoping that somebody can give him a solution, because he was not eating, losing weight, and quite disoriented. So as a solution, I only got two options as of pain medicine and antibiotics. And when I was talking to the vets, they told me that our only hope that his immune system is going to kick in, and that will help him to survive. Otherwise, there's only two options: antibiotics and pain medicine. Coming from a family of doctors, I know that much that both of those elements kill an immune system, not help an immune system. So I refused to give it to my dog. And at the time, I was consulting a health optimization company for humans. And I was lucky to have access to really great researchers. I drove directly to Tübingen. And by the way, we are based in Frankfurt, Germany. And there is a very well-known medical science city, Tübingen. So this company was based in Tübingen, and I drove there asking to help my dog. And of course, the scientists said, well, what can we do? We're not vets. So, but nevertheless, they gave me a few elements that would support immune system. And based on that, my dog got better. At the time, I was doing consulting. I had marketing school, and I was also consulting on business development. So I immediately saw an opportunity to help animals, because I've seen a lot of animals having the same trouble. So I did a massive marketing research. I had 35 people helping me with that. And with this marketing research, we came to the point that there is indeed a possibility to change the way healthcare works for pets. As of right now, we're going through the revolution of longevity for humans. And as everybody knows, just 100 years ago, life expectancy of human was about 32 years. Now, 100 years later, the life expectancy tripled. But what I realized talking to the vets, life expectancy of animals still the same. But does it really have to be? Because all the medical innovation, all the bacteria innovation, all the innovation within immune system and microbiomes can be applied for healthcare of animals. And instead of treating them as they have a problem, why don't we shift the focus for preventive care? So from that idea, I spent last 4 years on developing this preventive line of healthcare products for animals. So this is my story. And now I would like to go briefly into short numbers. As you can see, the pet food market is growing tremendously globally, and especially in Europe. There is an average 7% increase of pet population, as has been recorded globally. There is 10 million dogs just in Germany, 92 million dogs in EU, and over 471 million globally. So as you can see, the potential of growth is there, and us being a very innovative product, having as I said, we already have a patent worldwide that will be valid for next 8 years. We filed it 2 years ago, so it's a 10-year patent. So what exactly this product does? As I said, this innovative bacteria, Bacillus subtilis, it does a very unique thing. It optimizes microbiome of the dog and fights pathogenic bacteria in microbiome. What's the difference between our bacteria to available bacteria on the market, like lacto and bifidobacteria? You probably all know about these products. So how should I say it? Lacto and bifidobacteria considered to be live bacteria, and therefore in connection with aggressive stomach acid of animal, it dies immediately. So anything that is product based on these bacteria have placebo effect. Our bacteria is designed to be in sleeping mode, so it's covered by a protective shell. So when it connects to stomach acid, which is quite aggressive, it survives that, surpasses the gastro tract, landing itself in stomach and the gut of the animal, and opens up there in a connection with proteins. So to finish up the science, it actually allows access of the bacteria to the gut of the animal, where it meets other pathogenic bacteria and able to line the lining of the stomach with positive bacteria, create a non-specific immune defense, which is immune system of the animal. As you see, probably our dogs have adjusted to our busy lifestyle. So they go to travel with us, they go to hotels, they usually have quite traditional form of dog food, whether it's wet food or dry food, it makes no difference. There is no bacteria in there. And also, I would say the quality of dog food has been luckily increasing, but generally it still stays very low because it's lacking general nutrition, because dog food usually generated from leftovers of human food production, so the quality of it is quite low, unfortunately. And now they also mix it with a lot of grain products, which is actually not so great for animals as well, generating all kinds of digestive issues, as of allergies, as of digestion problems, as of quite a lot of different situations, which I don't want necessarily go into, let's say, bacterial diseases of the animals, but you understand that generally animals under a lot of stress and have very low access to options. So actually, here's my dog. He is now 18 years old, absolutely healthy and happy once I get to join the call. So that's why he's jumping on. But to continue the conversation, PawPro products are recommended to prevent various infectious diseases. It also recommended to support regular, stable, non-specific immune system. Non-specific immune system is immune system that animals are born with. So also it advised to use for any therapeutical programs like anti-parasite treatments. For example, if your dog had any kind of antibiotics, it highly advised to use it to restore microbiome flora. Then also there's quite a big wave of new diseases for dogs, as of dogs having allergies, food allergies, environmental allergies, all kinds of skin issues, as of dermatitis on allergies. So with balancing microbiome, it has a direct effect also on the skin and overall health. So also this product can be used for wound healing. So our bacteria has been FDA approved and also European standards approval. We are producing our product in Germany here locally. We're Germany designed and made product. So we have a production facility not far from Frankfurt, just about an hour and a half ago. We produce on outsourced basis, and we partner for this with quite known research center, Dr. Rieling's Medical Research Center. We're very established in bacteria world and immune system world. They've been in Germany present about 30 years, so we are very lucky to have them as our partners. So just to talk about our product line, so far we are producing our first product, which is our strongest formula, but we also understand that not all the dogs are the same and not every product can cure everything. So we designed and already tested a line of 12 products. 6 products would be supplemental products that will solve various problems, from detoxification, from allergy relief, from stress management, digestive issues, problems with bones and joints, and also multivitamin plus bacteria. So we are sustainable, fully designed sustainable, including packaging. We're using glass bottles, we're using recyclable plastic for the tip, and also recyclable paper. For me, being environmentally friendly is very important because I love animals and I love our planet, I love our environment. I would like to be as environmental neutral as possible. So as I mentioned, our sourcing, we use only high quality ingredients. We're produced in Germany with EU sourced ingredients. Additionally, we are focused on providing fundamentally different approach to medical care of animals. So my goal is to create a movement that will allow access to the information, to the products, quality products, for anybody who has a pet. And I'm talking not only about the products, I'm also talking going direction of building awareness about preventive care. I'm talking about possibly a partnership with health insurance, creating an environment where it's kind of membership-based products, because I see this not only as a medical treatment, I see it as a normal lifestyle treatment for animals. So going further, for the last 4 years, I would say first 2 years we were focusing on research, and for the last 2 years we are focusing on entering the market and preparing the product to enter the market. And for that we have also made plans as of we launching currently in DACH region. If anybody's unaware, that's Germany, Austria, and Switzerland as of German-speaking countries, followed by France and Italy. And parallel, we prepare and launch in partnership with distributors to US market. So our marketing strategy combines, I would say, traditional Web 2 and aiming for Web 3 marketing as of mixed sources of traffic. Of course, traditional advertisement methods as Google advertisement, as Instagram and Facebook, but also our big focus is on working with influencers, because I believe only through people we can create movement to educate people on preventive care for dogs. So right now, using artificial intelligence in partnership with Yoloco.io, we pre-selected 1,500 pet related influencers, and right now we are in correspondence with 300 influencers to spread the message about PawPro. So of course, when it comes to marketing strategy, we want to apply traditional methods as participating in trade fair events for pet care, for veterinary care, and so on, and also of course networks and partnerships. So we're talking about the partnership with vets and also pet related networks as of possibly platforms for pets, also groomers, and so on. Also, we are focusing, in addition to broadcast our message through Deutsche Press Agentur, which covers all print, radio, and TV journalists. So for the sales strategy, shortly to go on numbers, we are a very efficient company because we designed as lean company. We don't have very high overhead. We have quite low overhead, and because everything based on outsourced production, we keep all our intellectual properties in-house, but when it comes to production and marketing and so on, we are outsourcing. So briefly, if you would like to see the numbers, our break-even point is 650 units, which is in the scope of the market that I described. A potential reach is absolutely nothing. I'm quite confident with absolutely lowest rate of conversion of less than 1%. We will be able to reach that on already first month of entering the market, and from there the potential of growth is quite high, because all this sales strategy was calculated on one product, but our plan for the next 18 months is to launch 3 products quarterly that will give an opportunity of cross-selling and scaling of sales quite tremendously. So talking about our current situation, we are entering the market, and so far I carried this company with self-funding, and for me it was very important to be able to sustain the company for the last 4 years. But now once we enter in global market, we're definitely looking for partnership and additional sources of liquidity, and considering us very innovative products in the field of pet care, I immediately thought that partnership with blockchain community being looking forward community when it comes to innovation and implication of this innovation, because going through traditional methods is always an option, but I would like this to be, let's say, more innovative project. So that's why I'm here presenting this project to you, blockchain community. I hope that I can answer all your questions. I'm very much excited about presenting this project, and I would like to share our experience with yours and to combine those to create a future-looking project that will impact on a longer-term scale pet health and make a real impact in the world. So this is exactly why we're here, and I would like to have an open discussion about how can we put our forces together and create a better future for our pets.
Thank you so much, Katrina. Such a beautiful project. I love it. And we already have some questions here in the chat. And also, yes, I would love to ask maybe Minka, are you here? I know that you had a flight, but you managed to be here. Thank you so much. We just discussed a bit with Minka before your project, so I guess she does have a feedback. Minka?
Yeah, you have a wonderful product there, and I will enjoy trying it for my dogs.
Thank you so much. We are very proud of what we have built, and I will be more than happy to send out samples to anybody on the call.
Perfect. Okay. So, can you give me more detail on how you feel the blockchain community can contribute?
So, I see there is quite a lot of potential on collaboration. First of all, in tokenization possibly of real world assets as of our company and the product. As I see us progressing, I would like to focus not on only the great product that we are creating, but the journey that the company is taking in animal world. And I see this journey going towards direction of a foundation. And so talking about Pet Health Care Foundation, there are multiple things that we can do. First of all, I see us potentially raising capital through issuing tokens as of real world asset tokenization of the company. Secondly, I see a potential of making subscription based to our products through NFTs. Thirdly, I see potential of this project developing in direction of DAO, where we will be able to maybe raise additional capital and awareness, and maybe having members who need help in animal care, in maybe with vet bills or anything like that, who will be able to not necessarily go through traditional methods. There are some great charity organizations out there, but unfortunately, it's not so easy process. For example, if you need help to get healthcare for your dog and you cannot afford to pay for it, to get instant help in the time it's needed. So I believe there is a potential of development of DAO that will be able to support animals in need of healthcare, not only preventive, but also, let's say, crisis management and healthcare of the dog. So I see this as a broad spectrum of opportunities for collaboration with blockchain. Also, for example, I would like to create trust and additional transparency within our manufacturing project, maybe also generating some kind of blockchain traceable movement of the product. I'm also open to that. I think there's quite a lot of opportunities that we can discuss here.
Awesome. Thank you, Katrina. Thank you, Minka. And yeah,
I hope I answered your question, Minka.
Yes, perfect. Thank you. Absolutely. I was wondering about that. The traceability of your product is something that will give confidence in the product, obviously. And
Absolutely.
and NFTs, somebody can get an NFT of their pet, of course. Absolutely.
So,
which is also, yeah.
There's also additional layers of intellectual property that I haven't necessarily covered in my presentation. So far, besides the product, we are also developing tests that will allow to test the microbiome of the dogs globally, to create a database of, let's say, immune systems of animals. And from that, we will be able to create customized products based on animal needs. So that would be additional IP of our company, leading towards possibly a healthcare data bank for pets. And that also introduces opportunity to, let's say, assess insurance for healthcare. Also, in addition, it gives an opportunity to create, let's say, track record of leading towards digital health for pets. So there's a lot of opportunities where we stand, because I don't see us being limited just to physical product. I see us physical product being step one.
And that database could also be incorporated with DNA testing, am I correct?
Absolutely, yes.
I love the broad spectrum of what you're doing here.
My purpose is to help animals, and you cannot do it by helping just on one side, because for me, my goal is to improve overall strategy of taking care of the pet. And I see that currently there is a little bit of gap existing in vet care, because even tracking medical records, because for example, me personally, Wally was born in Los Angeles, and we moved from Los Angeles to Stuttgart, and from Stuttgart to Paris, and from Paris to Frankfurt, where we currently live. And just to collect all the track records of his past 18 years for me is a challenge and a half. So to create some kind of user-friendly, easy access to health, including digital health, to be able to see where the immune system of my dog is by testing the immune system, by doing microbiome tests, also to understand the particular needs of certain breeds based on geolocation, because environment is still the key. Let's not forget about different cities and different cities' levels of pollution and so on. And by creating a database, I believe we can really significantly improve animal health.
Thank you so much, Katrina and Minka. Yeah, we have 2 hands raised, and we have a lot of comments in the chat. So yes, Taco, please go ahead.
GM. I had a couple questions on the pitch so far. What is the ask what are you raising right now? Where are you at?
Well, currently we're looking between 300 to 400,000.
Okay, and you think that 300 to 400K, is it going to be for equity?
Yes, that's going to be for equity. We currently doing company evaluation. We're looking based on current feedback, because we're doing it through 2 independent parties. Our capitalization currently between 4 to 6 million euros. So to raise this capital is going to be quite easy. And currently we also work with German government as innovative product. We have quite a lot of subsidies through the government and grants that we're applying. And for me, I briefly want to talk about my experience. I have close to 20 years of business development experience, including running multiple business development consulting agencies, digital agencies, and marketing agencies. So the way I designed this particular company as a lean company, and I try to use the most effective ways of marketing, of distribution, of production, keeping the company costs very low. That allows us to invest in further research, to build further products, and to be quite flexible on decision-making side as well. So for us, I'm quite confident in our company and the potential growth that we can achieve.
At 400K, how much equity are you giving up?
I'm looking about maybe 10%, maybe 15%.
10%?
Yes.
Okay. And then you have an MVP already, you said? You already have a product out?
We're already producing. We already have contracts for distribution. We also are launching already this month in Germany. And we also have potential additional partner coming, and that partner is quite interesting for us because it's a family that owns the largest pet chain in Europe called Fresnaf, with 978 physical locations covering almost whole Europe, and also digital shops. So their community is huge. So I am definitely interested in them joining us.
So, all right. So you launched your product this month online only so far?
So far, we're launching online, yes.
How much in sales have you had?
So far, we're just preparing for the launch.
Okay, so you haven't launched yet.
So we're in the process, yes.
And then one of the things, just the only comment that I sort of had on the pitch deck, different countries, different things, but normally when I like to see pitch decks that are talking about studies and stuff like that, I actually like to see the case studies published, or at least their sites.
Okay.
I mean this is a joke. An exclamation point at the end of it doesn't mean it's real. So I would suggest adding those case studies. I know this is a very passionate thing for you.
No, I agree with you completely, because we have research, we have all the clinical studies and so on. And if I would go through this, it's going to take us about 10-hour calls to cover everything. But
Understandable,
really,
but I would suggest putting some of the sites of the case studies instead of like putting the asterisks at the end of like your statement, and then putting, instead of how we have case studies to back this, naming off one or two of the case sites would be my suggestion. Because if someone's doing their own research, then they can start that way. So that would be my only feedback onto the pitch deck.
Fantastic. Thank you very much for your feedback. I will take it on board, but we're also creating like a data room that will also include our financial modeling, our clinical research, our trademark, our patents, and so on. So if anybody would like to take a look at this, it's available.
Perfect. Thank you.
You're welcome.
But I love the presentation so far.
Thank you so much. I love my project, and I'm very thankful for you guys to give me such a valid feedback.
Thank you, Taco. Matthias, please go ahead.
Ja, hallo, ich komme auch aus Deutschland.
Guten Tag.
This is so not. I just want to mention about the Web3 component. You, of course, and I see how you are, let's say, excited about the whole thing. So you kind of picked everything that is possible. Tokenization of the company, that is an offering, a security offering. NFTs for subscription, not really necessary. Only if you want to use the NFTs for certain kind of levels of subscriptions, for example. Then DAO and community, very interesting, I think. Traceability is another thing, blockchain-based supply chain. And it don't see it so important because you're actually sourcing from Europe and you have a German-based producer. Not sure if you need that. That's usually more important if you go into third world country productions, and then you really want to show that's a genuine product, or you have a brand and people say, okay, that's not a counterfeit. But so my suggestion is that you're not looking, for example, tokenization of the company is crowdfunding, right? So who do you want to address? Do you want to give that to a special investors, like institutional investors, or you want to really make a crowdfunding? It's a two totally different ball games and regulations. I think your product is great. I think you can get both of the things combined, like the community and the subscription base. I think subscription base is very good, but it's not necessary, as I said, to make an NFT out of it. You need to know what you need, because I've seen many projects that say, let's go into Web3. And at the end, they say, let's go into blockchain. But what they can do the same thing with the database or with a hybrid solution. And I think it's necessary to look deeper into that. I think the product is great for a community, for the zeitgeist, for a community-based marketing, as you already want to address it with the, let's say, influencers. Now there are other things coming up that you use your community to share their experience. So they use their social media actually to be a multiplier, an agent. That's something that is a bit undervaluated, but in a lot of projects now, this is really a winning formula. It's not only the influencers, it's the people, the real people that actually promote the product with pictures or stories or whatever.
Excuse me.
So I think it's just to wrap it up. You took everything into consideration, but I think it's good to narrow it down and make it very precise, a concept for each idea.
I agree with you completely. It's just I was answering Malika's question about potential application of blockchain in our case. So as you rightly said, we are highly regulated in Germany, and transparency is and certificates is quite publicly available. So I agree with you on point. But if we decide to, for example, scale our operation and we will not produce only in Germany, having our US partners, we are looking potentially into having a second production facility in the United States. And if we aim for global sales, it can get complex. And in this particular situation, I could see this being reasonable application. But again, as of now, it is not a priority, but potentially I see this being an opportunity. When it comes to marketing to real people, actually, I want to maybe give a little bit more information when it comes to our strategy of working with influencers. By influencers, I do not mean Kim Kardashian or somebody who has thousands and millions of followers. Why I decided to specifically partner with Yoloka.io and to generate a list of 1,500 relevant pet influencers. Those influencers are real people with dogs, up to 10,000 followers maximum. Working with micro influencers, I find a very successful strategy because most of them have dogs. They understand the value of the product. They have outreach quite large when it comes to 1,500 people times 10,000 followers. We did automate the process of onboarding influencers through Yoloka.io, and it has been so far successful. So we actually working with real people, with real animals. So just because I call them influencers, they're influencers in the space of pet care. Those are not Kim Kardashians I'm working with.
Yeah, I thought so, but what I mean is the domain of user-generated content that is becoming more and more important. That's something that I would at least add to it as a thought.
I agree with you completely, and thank you very much for bringing it up.
Thank you so much, Lorenzo. Yeah, we have again Taco and Alexander. Yeah, Taco, you raised your hand again, right? Or
yeah, I did. I apologize. Mateus had sort of the same stuff that I wanted to cover, but the last piece of it, I guess, if you're looking for, one of the suggestions I had, if you're looking for tapping into the Web3 market in any way, shape, or form, I would start with maybe some of like the fitness apps in Web3. I work with Sweat Wallet, so you're already looking at healthy individuals that are out being active. And one of the things that Sweat, provides is marketing for Web2 or Web3 projects, mostly along the Web2 healthy side. So you're already having Web2 and Web3 people doing that thing. And so I've done some cool stuff with a couple projects, connecting them with Sweatcoin and Sweat Wallet, to where you're getting into those other targeted healthy people, that might have a more healthy approach. But one of the questions I did have outside of the Web3 stuff, because everyone else had this, Mateus sort of took everything about what I was saying, wanting to say, he hit it perfectly. Are you looking at physical distribution as well in stores?
Of course. So the distribution channels, first of all, we're looking for a general distributor partner in US. We already signed a contract with them. They will represent us in US market, although it's not exclusive contract, but they're looking on quite large volume because they work with Petco and quite big retailers, but they will represent us in US. And here in Europe, we are looking to partner with Fressnapf, which is, if PetSmart or Petco, it's let's say almost the same kind of chain in Europe. They have 978 locations. So for partnerships and distribution, we will focus on B2B, but also for B2C, we are going to be distributing through Amazon and our own website. And that's so far our whole focus.
I haven't been to a vitamin expo since COVID. But one of the things that was starting to make a big influx in some of the expos was pet care and stuff like that, pet products.
Yep.
That might be something to look into because one of the main distributors that I used to work for a long time ago was GNC. And looking at the franchises over the corporate stores, the franchisors could partner with third parties that weren't GNC approved to do specialized projects as well. Vitamin Shop and Vitamin World, I don't know the comparables in Germany, but I'm sure there are as another alternative as well.
I'm also looking into iHerb because iHerb also has pet related products. So this is also could be an opportunity for us.
Yeah. And like Mateus, he put in Steppen. Steppen does reward partnerships as well, advertisement pieces for other people. There's multiple health apps, MoonFit, Walk-In, Sweatcoin, Steppen, and a few others as well.
Thank you very much. I will look into this. Thank you very much for your feedback.
Alexander, please go ahead.
Thank you very much for the lovely presentation. I think you've got a fantastic product. I do have a few questions about the actual, I would say, the integration in Web3, even the cost, first of all. If you're looking to raise $400,000, I assume that's going to be for the production to kind of get everything up and running as well. But to do everything you said you'd like to do in Web3, it's going to cost a little bit more, I think. So I assume you'll have different rounds, etc. Now, I'll just line my questions and then feel free to shoot ahead. So first question, what would be the utility of your token? How would you adopt the user base regarding the TCS? And how would you actually onboard the clients to use from the normal realm to actually integrate and use what you built, I would say, you're going to build in the Web3 realm?
Thank you very much for your questions.
Sure.
Because they're very, let's say, complex questions. I hope I can answer step by step. So I agree with you. As of the funding that I'm required is not quite high, but knowing our current pending orders and so on, so this is the funding that will be significant for me to apply to develop, let's say, generate additional products release. And also there is some, let's say, we're not looking to build from scratch. We looking to partner and adapt some existing solutions. So just to optimize the costs, because we're in Germany, we like to save money. So we're quite thorough with our budgets. And I like to keep it this way because
have you budgeted yet? What everything you'd like regarding Web3? Have you budgeted that yet?
Yes, I have budgeted everything, and I cannot quite now answer all details about the numbers, but I can provide the business model and I can provide the liquidity plan. You will understand where exactly this investment is going and how it's going to flow. Okay. So if you have this particular question, I will be happy to address and maybe send it to you in either investors room or somehow directly, so I can address it. Secondly, could you remind me the second question?
Of course. So regarding the actual utility of the token, and I guess it was kind of intertwined with as well, how would you onboard regarding the TCS, the target client score? I assume you calculated already. What is your TCS? First of all, that would be interesting. And how would you then convert that into users in the Web3 realm?
This is a very advanced question. I'll probably have to get back on this because
have you done it yet? Have you calculated the TCS?
This is exactly what I'm getting to. No, unfortunately, okay. I haven't calculated. We are going through a general evaluation of the company right now, and once we have that, then we will be able to narrow down and create, let's say, economy of tokens behind. But I want to start with general evaluation of the company so we know exactly where we stand, and then we will apply it further.
Okay, I know we've got a few minutes left. I won't take much more time, promise. Just regarding that, it would probably be good to calculate the TCS to see if Web3 is a good fit, first of all, because even NFTs, you spoke about it, there are very few NFT holders in the world. It's like a few million, first of all. And they're all more or less degens. And to actually get to that market, it's very costly with marketing as well. Even $400,000 alone, you could blow that just on marketing, regardless of the tech. Then on top of that, very briefly, the TCS is important to help you navigate exactly what you're doing and what you can propose to the investors. Because if, for example, we put $400,000 in today, what exactly are we getting for it? I understand that you're going to use it to develop products, but then how would you then build off that? How would you raise more funds to actually do all these things as well? And then what is the plan to actually get the client? If you don't have one, that's fine.
I actually do have one. Okay. That's why I wanted to ask to go a little bit about mathematics of the production. So we have quite low production cost and quite large profit margin. So our product is priced at 69 euros. About 10% of that is production cost. So our margins are very, very high. That allows us to, budget for certain things. And as you probably expect me to calculate all the features not being unveiled right away. We already have estimates of certain costs, and our marketing costs also, let's say, combining the platform and the products itself. So for us, being able to use, let's say, marketing budget, not promoting only products, but also promoting on the back side the platform, could be very beneficial. But also, let's say, as a business plan, we have about 5-year plan right now. So, and this is something that we calculated.
I think, and then I'll leave the mic.
Share it with you. Yeah.
Yeah, please. I think what would be most relevant at this stage for you, if you are serious about taking the Web3 route, would be an accelerator or an incubator.
Okay.
Purely because it's going to take a lot of time to structure these things properly.
Yep.
And that's what I would recommend at this stage. But please go ahead. Thank you for the time.
Thank you very much for your questions, and I will definitely look into all your topics.
Thank you, Alexander, for your questions. Yeah, let's not forget that Katrina comes from traditional business. So yeah, maybe this all Web3 side, is not covered yet. But
Accelerator, incubator would be perfect at this stage.
Exactly. Actually, that's what is Palo Alto Labs is gonna help with.
Yeah, this is why we're here, to help such projects with development and with Web3 side. So yeah, let's go quickly to the raise hands because we have like 10 minutes, and please be brief about it because we have also some questions in the chat. I'm really excited about such fruitful discussion here, but please go ahead and be quick. Okay.
Yeah, so I was just second what Alexander is saying and say that that's exactly what you need is an incubator. I have one, more than happy to take you on. I think your product is great. So отлично, очень хорошо. And so I think the 400, 500 to get the regular business side there, the website, Web3 side will take much more, but there are tricks to get it there. I'm willing to finance that for you through the incubator, so you don't have to worry about that at all. For user acquisition and easy access, Horus Wallet is a social abstraction account, so they can use Gmail, they have your system, and then bam, we go from there. So let's do some magic together.
I'm very excited. Thank you very much for your offer.
My LinkedIn is the chat group.
Yeah, exactly. Katrina, if you also can leave your LinkedIn link here in the chat so the guys can connect after the call. Okay, we have Lorenzo, another hand, or it was from before?
But I can just add a couple of comments because a lot of people already spoke about the Web3 things, but I just wanted to reinforce that I actually run Web3 accelerators. And so looking at this project from that perspective, I had to warn you, I don't want to be a party pooper. And I can tell you a lot of amazing things about your project, but specifically about the Web3, I do want to warn you. I think there are a lot of cool things that you can do with the blockchain, but you need to focus on the real needs. Like if there is no real problem that the blockchain can save, I would stay away. I think that you have a lot of things to focus on. I think you can be very successful in Web2. And I think that this is a very healthy exercise that we're doing here, like trying to understand like potential ideas, right? And I see that there are a lot of cool ideas. There is also like a super cool name for your token in the chat, right? And I love it, you know. But if you come to me or if you go to an investor, especially a Web3 investor, but not necessarily a Web3 investor, with a project in which you state that you're using the blockchain, the very first question is going to be why? And if you don't have a super strong answer, it's going to be a big red flag. So we are, we've been moving in the Web3 space from use the blockchain because it's a nice thing to have. It's an add-on, the trustability thing, the NFTs. That's all nice and you can do it, but if you really don't have to do it, it's not that it's gonna just be a waste of time, it's gonna look bad. Like the perception from the Web3 community is gonna potentially be negative. So I'm not saying that it's impossible, I'm just saying be very careful because it could play kind of like against you somehow. And again, don't want to be like the bad guy here, but
no, you raised a very valid point that I have to be careful because there's a lot of tools out there, and again, just because there's a lot of tools, it doesn't mean you have to use them all.
The fact that you can do it doesn't mean that you need to do it. The fact that it sounds cool doesn't mean that you have to do it. So
I agree with you. Thank you very much for your feedback.
I think we will repeat the call again with Katrina because she's having a huge success. So I like the comment from Matthias that he says that you could look at something like Stepan for dogs. Stepan is move to earn. So
actually, we had a brainstorm with my team, and we were thinking about how do we encourage people to do more exercise with their animals. because this is also part of health.
Totally. And even there is an option for the token name. Player Taco says that you should call it treats token. I love it.
I also spotted a question that was from the beginning from Philip. They also mentioned that do you plan on expanding to other pets and animals such as cats, birds, plans to expand to other markets? I think that would be lovely to organize a fund to help not only dogs but animals and bridge that towards Web3 world. So to be the first proper fund of Web3 world. What do you say?
Yes, indeed, we do have plan to expand to cats and afterwards possibly making a product for horses. So this is actually a quite interesting field because we did some research and there is some very interesting applications of our product for horses. But for cats, it works more or less the same. It's just the formula has to be slightly adjusted, and we will launch once we reach certain milestones with the dogs community. We definitely will look into cat line as well. But again, in order to bake a cake, you have to put the right ingredients in the right time.
Of course. And probably that will be the last question because it's actually time. So you might think about using the DeepIn ecosystem as your possibility to monetize data, like you mentioned from the Web3 perspectives, like decentralized physical infrastructure network. I think that would be also interesting. Yeah, and also, Catherine, just to make it clear, you can also leave all your information, like your links in the screen, because I've probably seen in the pitch all your links.
I did drop it in the chat.
Yeah, I'm just saying that it would be great if it would be visible right here. But yeah,
yes.
if you don't
also,
mind,
I will drop my Telegram just in case. You can also reach me there.
All right.
So
Yeah.
I wanted to thank you very, very much, community, for giving me an opportunity to speak on behalf of my project and also tolerating my barking dog and giving me absolutely fantastic feedback and a lot of things to think about, research, adjust, and I'm looking forward to continue this conversation, and your input is so valuable for me, so I appreciate it very much.
Actually, why we're here to help real world project and to bridge the gap between Web 2 and Web 3, as I said before. So Malika, do you have something to say?
Yeah, thank you again, Katrina, for your great pitch. Thank you everyone for coming. I think we will I'll say that again, we will repeat this another session with Katrina, maybe not even one. And also I will leave here in the chat Ivan's Telegram. Sorry, Ivan. So you can, if you need anything from us, just text Ivan, not me. But yeah,
I tend to forget it. But thanks for that. And also don't forget to subscribe to our channels, our links, and don't forget to fill in Palo Alto's invitation form. I'm gonna double it right here. So there will be more projects coming on soon. Just it's not the first one to be here because more are to go soon. So stay tuned. And also Catherine will again.
I hope to continue this conversation with you guys.
Yeah. You'll definitely regularly show up here on our next calls with updates. And remember, this is just the beginning of our fruitful cooperation, so to say.
Thank you so much for having me.
Okay, so again, thanks everyone for making it here to the call, for tuning in here. Again, let's see you next week. I think we can end our session. Thanks everyone for joining in. Have a nice day, and we'll see you soon.